Hi there, it's Olga. Today I'm going to create a really dimensional shadow box using some dies from 3D Vignettes collection by Becca Feeken. Here are the names of the dies that I'm going to use. Ornamental Arch, Layered Happily Ever After, and Grand Arch 3D card. A lot of dies from this collection are actually designed to work with each other, and here I would like to show you this ornamental arch and how it works with other dies. You can use it alone or with this Grand Dome 3D card. Here is how it works. And it actually also coordinates with Grand Arch 3D card, like this. For this project I have decided to go with this rectangular one. To create the shape of the box, I will be using the pattern paper that reminds of an old wall. So now I'm going to die cut all the elements, and here are the ones that we are going to need. I've die cut two large panels for the front and for the back. Then I have used the side piece with an insert to die cut those two pieces that have slits, although later on I decided not to use them. Then I've die cut 4 more pieces using just the outline die. Then I have to die cut the arch opening in the front panel, so I'm positioning the two arch dies on the front, but I'm only going to die cut the smaller one. I needed the bigger one just to place them straight. Then I'm going to use the two largest dies from Ornamental Arch die set, and I'm going to die cut them together out of cream cardstock. I will need 3 identical die cuts. Then I'm going to use some liquid glue to stick all 3 die cuts together to get one-dimensional piece. I have discovered lately that applying the glue with a dauber works the best for large intricate dies. Then I'm applying some frayed burlap distress ink randomly all around the arch. That's gonna help to tie it up more with the background. Before I attach the arch to the background, I'm going to decorate it with flowers, and the ones that I'm using are really small mulberry paper roses and rosebuds. So this is how it works. I'm placing the rose where I want it to be on a project, and then I'm twisting the wire stamp around the trellis. I'm going to repeat this process with all the roses and rosebuds, and that is going to create a trailing plant effect. When I have all the roses attached, I'm flipping over the arch, applying some liquid glue at the wrong side, and I'm sticking it onto the front panel. This project is not meant to be mailed in an envelope, so I have the freedom to add as much bulk as I want to. I have die cut this arch insert out of cream cardstock 3 times, but I'm only going to use the top part of it, so I'm trimming it along this horizontal line and then I'm cutting around it. And I'll do that to all 3 pieces. Then again I'm going to stack all those pieces for more dimension to make them match the rest of the arch. I'm applying frayed burlap onto this piece just as I did with the large arch outline. I'm going to stick this piece right behind the arch outline, and I'm going to make it a bit smaller than it meant to be because I do need a lot of space for my focal image. And this is the focal image itself. It is this young pair from Layered Happily Ever After die set. I'm going to trim this die cut with the scissors to only leave a bride and a groom and a piece of paper underneath them. And then I'm going to use the scissors again to trim off all the little tabs from the panels. Now Now I can start assembling my box, and the first thing that I'm doing is I'm taking the two side pieces and I'm folding the tabs inward, following the scored lines that are created by the die. Then I'm going to apply some thin double-sided tape onto the tabs, and I'm going to stick them onto the back panel first. The most convenient way to do it is to align the two sides of papers and then fold the tab out and press it down to stick. This is how Applicator recommends to put it together, and this method really works great. This time I have decided to add the top and the bottom to my box. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm trimming the two tabs to the width of my box, and then I'm going to attach them just as I did with the sides of the box. Next, I'm going to create a backdrop for my box, and I'm going to use the patterned paper for this. I've trimmed it down to the height of the box, but I made it a bit wider than the box because I'm going to create some draperies. I have spritzed this piece of paper with the water until it's very well saturated and becomes pliable. And then I'm going to shape this paper with my fingers to create the pleats. I keep spritzing the paper whenever I need it to become more pliable. As a result, this backdrop should become the same width as the box. Then I'm applying some double-sided tape at the back side of my box, and I'm sticking the backdrop on top of it. It is still quite pliable at the moment, but when it dries, it becomes stiff. Now I'm placing my focal image behind the arch to find out where I want it to be, and then I'm folding the tabs around the edges of the panel. Then I'm going to trim those tabs with the scissors to make them the same size, and I'm making them about ½ an inch long. Then I'm applying some double-sided tape, and I'm ready to attach this piece to the project. But before I do it, I'm going to add one little accent, and that is the remaining rosebud. Then I am attaching this image to the sides of the box like that. You could notice that because the glue was not completely dry, the flower just came off, but that's not a problem at all. I'm going to use the hot glue to reattach it, and that one dries instantly. Then I'm peeling off the liner from the remaining tabs, and I'm sticking down the front panel. At this point, just when I thought my project was finished, I decided to add one more detail, and that is this decorative strip that is going to represent the banisters. I'm applying some glue and just placing it behind the bride and groom. Of course, I should have done it before, but I just didn't think of it at that moment. I think this detail really completes the scene, and it helps the focal image to stand out more. And this is what the finished project looks like. Thank you for watching this tutorial till the end, and have a wonderful weekend.